Neither of them succeeding at the other's specialty. But Gino going for yet another Daniel dribble. Flip reset. Perfectly placed. Oh my goodness, Gino. He has got it down, man. He has got it down. We'll do best of 3. Guys, we hopped in quickly to a rank A game we saw made while we were in a tournament. And it is Gino versus Piethawn. Both these guys undefeated in rank A right now are playing a matchup against each other. We snuck in here to spectate. Gino has been pushing for rank X. He has been vocal about trying to get rank X. Piethawn seems to be like a fun-loving guy who is just dominating the best of the best, and he just keeps asking for more and more, and he is getting more with Gino. This is easily the toughest matchup we can give him of players playing in 2-mans, and a great first shot. A great save from Gino, but just not enough to stop the follow-up. What a great aerial shot. And quick thinking to get back for the follow-up. I like that boost, that goal explosion as well. Yo, what's going on, Kermit? Piethawn's friend. Dan, your commentary is really good. Thanks, man. You've heard me for 10 seconds at most, and you're already giving me a compliment, and I appreciate that. Gino gets a nice kickoff goal. Just quick play as he gets possession. Piethawn trying to flip back. Did they get messaged about a best of 5, or are you doing that after this match? I think we're just going to stick with the best of 3 unless these guys ask for it. So we'll do best of 3. Regular 2-mans rules where whoever wins gets regular MMR changing. Nice 50 by Piethawn. Gino trying to fake Piethawn off this ball, but his wave dash touch is not what he would have liked, and Piethawn suffocating him. Piethawn is giving me some serious Kinsei of old vibes right now with the way he is playing his ground game and playing his suffocating playstyle. Just quick, efficient, and suffocating is the best recipe for a great ones player. Nice flick is going to get saved away. Gino sends it wide. Gino has absolutely no boost now, so Piethawn's going to try and force the issue, but a low 50, not a great first touch. He will get a demo to reset the play. Another bounce dribble, hook shot. He's been nasty with the hook shots before. This one's such a banger. It wasn't headed into the net, but Gino's still getting a save, sending it the other way. Gino deciding against going for a musty. He is so consistent with those musties, but he decides not to pull it. Maybe didn't like the way he set it up, and instead he'll let Piethawn have a free shot the other way. So we are going to turn up the audio. 79's a little bit high. 72 sounds about right. Yo, Aquilabest, or Aquilabest. Thank you for the follow. Piethawn with the lead, 3-2 in this best of 3. Ooh, Piethawn, so good with the hook shots, so good with the bounce dribbles. Shows that there is a chink in the armor as he lobs that one low. What a great fake. Gino did Piethawn absolutely dirty. I actually give a little bit of credit to Piethawn for almost making it back to this one. He jumps up for that first flick and then does his best possible to air roll back and flip to get a touch. But Gino is absolutely lethal with those flicks. So if these guys have played before, it wouldn't surprise me if Piethawn knew he needed to get up early for that flick. And not only that, but he scored the 3rd goal at 3-3 when it was 3:33 left on the clock. And you just love to see that. You love to see that whenever we can get that to happen. So these guys all tied up as we approach the end of the 2nd minute. Playing a little bit of ring around the rosy as this ball heads counterclockwise around the map. Gino early flip, trying to get back to this one. He's going to need a flip reset, I bet, to get it back online. But honestly, that was a great touch. And it was headed into the net. Piethawn saves it away. Not sure how much boost Piethawn has, but a great early challenge. And that jump right away on his approach to the challenge really cuts off every possible angle, but still heads up to boost back down to the ground as he realized Gino was not going to be putting a flick high. But Gino, boost advantage. Another nice flick. This time it's not a fake, and Piethawn will save it away. Ooh, that counterattack was open for a second, but definitely would have required some very efficient play. Piethawn just barely with the miss. Gino, air dribble, going for the low 50, and you love to see it. Hard to call it a low 50 when it's an air dribble, but basically one of the options when you're going for these dribbles is to pull back off the ball and kind of take a 50 lower to the ground, like he tried to do right now. I think at the end of the day, Piethawn ended up not even getting a touch because Gino changed up the speed on that one so much. But Gino is going to go up 4-3. Have you done commentary somewhere else because it's literally professional? I've been doing commentary for the past few months on the stream. So consistently, I've done just casting in general for like a year plus. But in terms of doing it very, very consistently, it's been a good few months, probably 4 or 5. So thank you, though. Gino with the dribble. He's going to go for his signature musty, his backflip musty. What a great recovery to get back on this one. Oh my goodness, what a save from Gino in order to not get that one in his net. And yet another save as he keeps this one out. Piethawn, usually so lethal with the counterattacks. Gino has found a way to make it back in time, but yet another potential counterattack opportunity. Piethawn doesn't quite recover fast enough. A little bit of hesitancy from Piethawn to play this ball off the wall. Certainly, our boy Gino seems to be more comfortable in the air. A bounce dribble straight at Python's net. Not able to get enough movement on that, so it will get saved away. Gino, free dribble. Piethawn all the way out of midfield. Has been doing his best to never let Gino have these open opportunities. Gino going for that low dribble bump again, which I haven't really seen before, except for when Klaven tried it. It didn't work for Klaven, and it's not going to work for Gino, as that is a super hard play to connect on. Gino off the sidewall, flip reset outside the box. He's going to wait to use it. Perfect timing. Piethawn is able to take it away. So we might have called the perfect timing just a little bit too soon, as he does end up shooting it low. On those flip resets, you need that defender to get a double jump into the air in order to make sure you don't get counterattacked. If the defender can get away with using a single jump and then a flip, that is when you're really, really putting yourself in danger of a counterattack. And a little bit of greed from Gino. And Piethawn is going to find an easy counterattack. Gino trying to get that 5th goal. Just underestimating how quick Piethawn can play. It may not have been perfect because of how perfect it was. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was textbook in terms of using the flip just outside the box. Usually that does a good job of tricking the defender and getting the goal, but he didn't get enough height on it, and so Piethawn was able to get the save with a single jump and a backflip, which means he's going to be back on the ground very quickly for the counterattack. And he is going to go up 6-4 with 21 seconds left. This game number 1 looking big time in his favor. Everything is perfect except Gino's boost. Sounds so weird. Oh yeah, Gino's playing with the Christmas boost. Ooh, flip reset, double touch, trying to pinch it in off the crossbar, but couldn't quite get it. Gino pulling the trigger just a little bit too soon on using that flip that he gained, but with 6 seconds left, Piethawn, man. Piethawn is looking nasty right now, as he is going to take game number 1 against Gino, as we head to game number 2. Gino versus Piethawn, game number 2. Piethawn with the surprise win in that game number 1. Gino is a perennial, I don't know if that's the right word, top 100 player. He's been top 100 for a long time. He has played great on the show matches lately. He started out his show matches originally around 500. I think he was about 8-8 or something like that, or maybe even like 9-9. But since then, he is absolutely dominated in the show matches. He is up like 12-8 now, or 12-9 since he was like 500. He's been really crushing it as of late, and you can just tell by the way he's playing that he is a new Gino. A nice kickoff will get him tied back up here, and he kind of needs it, as Piethawn has been so effective with the counterattack. He does not want to let this one get away from him. Big kickoff for Piethawn. He does not want to mess with the kickoffs any longer. Early flip to clear this ball from his corner. Ooh, interesting flip from Piethawn. This is a free bucket for Gino. I don't know if he knows it, but he can just take this one easily into the net, and he does. Gino, another nice kickoff. I don't know if he can find the angle here, though. It is going to be a tough one. He's going for the double touch, but basically no way to find the space. Piethawn loves his counterattacks. He is willing to take his power shot every time. You see so many different players usually slow it down, but Piethawn knows what he likes, and that is the quick power shot after the save. And he just thinks he can boom it hard enough to get it past people. And usually Nobody can do that. But the one person who I have seen do it consistently is Kinsey. And now maybe Piethawn trying to add his name to the list of very effective counterattackers. But Gino is going to take the lead 3-1. The beginning of this game number 2, maybe a little bit more of what we would have expected. Piethawn giving Gino just a little bit too much space. And as he tries to close the distance, Gino gets the read on the 50-50, but a kickoff in favor of Piethawn. Not holding on to enough boost. He used every last bit of boost to get the kickoff, which means he doesn't have the 20 left over to get those last few inches. Flick carry from Piethawn. He is taking the power shots every time, and he is so effective with it. You guys hear me talk in chat about telling people they can get, diamond or champ easily if all they knew to do was effective power shots. Piethawn has proven me wrong. He is telling you that you can get top 100 in 1v1 by just knowing great power shots. My goodness, this dude. Unfortunately, you also need a kickoff as Gino gets a 4th goal. But slamming a 112 km/h boomer with almost no bounce is absolutely insane. Candy Peck, thank you for the follow. Piethawn is not quite top 100, but he's right now putting up a really good fight against a definitely top 100 level player in Gino. Has been as high as top 5 globally this season. Ooh, nice backwards challenge. What a play from Gino. Watching that from Piethawn's perspective, it was such a surprise. Oh, it wasn't even a backwards challenge. It looked like it was because from Piethawn's perspective, right as Gino turned around, he was hidden by the ball. So I thought that was Gino like somehow being an elite backwards challenger, but no, he just perfectly hid behind the ball, whether he did it on purpose. And he is going to get a 5th goal. He is turning around this game number 2. And he will need to turn around game number 3 as well if he wants to win the series. His air dribbling, my goodness. It does look like, he said in the Discord recently that he is going to try and get Daniel level with the mechanics. And it does kind of look like his mechanics are almost Daniel inspired ever since he's been adding so many new plays to his repertoire. Gino off the back corner. This is the Daniel dribble. If Gino can do it, it will be official. He's got the Daniel mechanics. The flip reset is used to push it high, and he doesn't quite connect. That is right there. The collect the boost from the corner, and then initiate the dribble just inside the wall on your half. Take it all the way down the field and use your flip reset to score. That is the Daniel air dribble. So Gino almost pulling off the Daniel air dribble. Piethawn, nice demo. Ooh, good recovery and great spawn. That is 5-head level play by Gino to pick that spawn, as that was probably the perfect one. Another power shot from Piethawn. You know what you're going to get with him. 2 power shots in a row, and what a save from Gino. Coming off the side of his wall, but it doesn't matter. Piethawn is going to power shot his way into your net, no matter how many times you save it. But that was an amazing save from Gino. He was out of boost eventually, and oh my gosh. Right in the top shelf with 1:21 left. Not going to lie, this is just perfect to watch during class. You're in class right now. You must be EU. You must be like more than EU. I think it'd be in the morning in EU. Ooh, Gino, nice doomsy dish. As he gets possession off the kickoff to go up 6-3. Yo, what's going on, Element? Gino taking this early bounce high into the air. Tries to use the flip reset to take a 50-50. But you love the way that Gino is defaulting. This is the pre-jump. Oh, no. I feel like he's doing a Daniel impersonation. But this is the kind of pre-jumps that Daniel could make work. He saw the power shots coming. He's up early for the pre-jump. And he actually touched it. He redirected it. That was Gino's shot. But oh, my goodness. That is a heads-up way to save those power shots when Piethawn is going for him every single time. And of course, Piethawn, all he needs to do after Gino starts pre-jumping him that hard is just start to mix it up and not always power shot it. But that was almost nasty. I tell you what, right now the difference between these two games, or sorry, between these two games, like their play, is the kickoff right now. I think Gino's gotten at least 3 kickoff goals to Piethawn 0. Piethawn trying to get an aerial play deep from his own corner. Not going to be able to, but he is able to save the power shot away from Piethawn, or from Gino. So both these guys trading tactics. Gino trying the power shot, Piethawn trying the aerial game. Neither of them succeeding at the other's specialty. But Gino going for yet another Daniel dribble. Flip reset. Perfectly placed. Oh my goodness, Gino. He has got it down, man. He has got it down. He has put in the work. And this is just impossible to save if you're Piethawn. I don't know how he saved the other one before. Maybe because it was just a little bit lower, but this one's perfectly high. And that's just money, man. That's just money. That is perfect execution. And the reason why he's doing so well and Daniel does so well is if you could hit that consistently, you are just an insane player. I mean, when Johnny saw Daniel do that for the first time, Johnny was just like blown away. He was like, what the heck? There's no way you can't be doing this. You can't be air dribbling all the way from your own half and make it work consistently. But as we all know, Daniel absolutely has made it work consistently. And Gino trying to do it as well. He's going to win this game number 2. He does seem to figure out a little bit the way Piethawn is playing this power shot game. So we'll see if Piethawn's able to mix it up. So what we saw from Piethawn at the end, or sorry, from Gino, I should say, at the end of that game number 2 is something I expect to see again in this game 3, which is Gino was kind of figuring out the power shot game. Yet another kickoff goes in favor of Gino. And I stick by with what I said before. If Piethawn can clean up the kickoff game and at least go even with Gino, he's putting himself in this match. But at the end of the last match, Gino started to not leave his net. He would clear the ball away, and then he would just sit in his net and wait for the power shot, which gives him the maximum amount of time to save it away. And if Piethawn is going to stick with those power shots every single time, I think Gino will begin to be able to save them consistently and really run away with this game number 3. But that being said, usually in general, it's a bad idea to just wait in your net. And it gets you scored on in ones more often than not. So if Piethawn can force defenders to want to just hang out in net all the time, that is an advantageous place for him to be. And he can start mixing in some dribbles, some low plays, maybe some flicks, and punish that late defending by his opposition. And he certainly can work his way out of this hole against Gino. But right now, Gino definitely leading the charge here, coming in from this game 2 win and now tied up in game 3. Nice double save from Piethawn. He is likely going to be going for a quick power shot like he always does. This time off the back wall. Gino, not a great save, leaving himself exposed, and Piethawn with the fake, and he will get a second goal. Piethawn making it look like he might go for this angle. Gino went up and just, I mean, a little bit of a whiff, a little bit of a fake. But he goes flying by, and Piethawn goes up 2-1. So I like the adjustments from Piethawn. A great game from both these guys so far. Another nice flick. Piethawn, man, he needs to figure out these kickoffs. Because even though this wasn't a direct kickoff goal, this is an immediate possession for Gino that turns into a flick into the net to tie it back up. And I mean, I don't encourage the straight away kickoff fakes because they never seem to work for people. But I don't know. I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw Piethawn start to mix it up. He is playing very patient. That was smart. His first touch was bad. He left open an open net, but for some reason Gino faked it. And so Piethawn had the wherewithal to just backflip again. Take it as slow as possible. He's going to boom one. Gino has forgotten what Piethawn likes to do. Piethawn is going to boom a power shot on your net. How have you not learned? Gino trying to close the distance just a little bit too much. And Piethawn will, you know, boom a power shot and go up 3-2. What a save from Piethawn. Trying to fake this kickoff a little bit. I didn't really see what he did. Did he not even go to the kickoff? No, he tried to fake it. He knows Gino's been winning the kickoffs, but a great read for Gino. Saw the fake early and chipped it on the net. Piethawn trying to win a whole series. I'm telling you right now, this is. I mean, I I don't want to call too many people akin to Kinsey, but the way he's playing is the way Kinsey used to win when he first started, was just like slamming it at the net and pressuring as much as possible. And that's what he's been doing to get these wins. Gino, a nice challenge, a little counterattack. Piethawn trying to get that demo, but didn't connect. He warmed up against you like 30 minutes ago and you lost 10-1. Yeah, he seems like the kind of guy that can really blow you out in a game where you're mismatched because he scores so fast. He's always looking for the net instantly. So if you can't hang, I imagine he can really blow the score out of the water. Gino's trying to show that he can power shot too. And this is a great setup. Taking this out to midfield. Piethawn giving him lots and lots of space. Gino says, I've also got what you've got, as he slams it from almost midfield, 100 km/h, to go up 2. Gino, bounce dribble, hook shot. Piethawn, early pre-jump. And Piethawn has gone away from his incessant challenging and started giving Gino a lot more space. And Gino will punish him. Gino is a great offender with space. No, this is a best of 3 as far as I'm aware. I haven't told these guys it's a best of 5. They haven't agreed to it being a best of 5. They just queued up for a 2-man's game. So we are going to go best of 3. Rip. I know, this is a great matchup. I wish it was a best of 5. But this is match point right now. Double touch setup for Gino. And Piethawn just giving a little bit too much space. Gino has really broken this game open. And Piethawn has just yet to figure out how to defend from his own third. When he's not taking the ball away from Gino before the play even starts, he has yet to find a consistent way to keep Gino from scoring. And a kickoff goal for Gino. And this has been a great performance so far from Piethawn. He's certainly not over. 2 minutes and 20 seconds, but with the way the pace of the game right now is definitely heavily favored to Gino. Even if Gino ends up getting the win, I think we can expect to see some great things from Piethawn, as he has been playing really great. Something he needs to go hit up in the training arena is those late dribbles, those flicks maybe near the net, because if he can pair those, maybe like an air dribble bump, if he can pair that with his insane power shots, he is starting to become impossible, because you can force defenders to hang out in net like he has done to Gino with his power shots, and as soon as they're hanging out in net and not leaving, that's when you can add the air dribble bump to really expose them, and now you have a good counter to both kind of defensive play styles. And that's really all you need, a punch and a counter punch, and you can usually dismantle some players as long as you do them right. Gino is literally destroying him now. Yeah, Gino kind of figured it out. He controls the kickoffs every time, and that's really important. And Piethawn has been kind of switching up his defensive method to give more space. But look at this. I mean, this just is his mentality, Piethawn's mentality. He goes up the side wall. A lot of people are air dribbling this. A lot of people are trying to set something. He's just going to power it as hard as he can before Gino can even get back. And it's hard to blame him. You need to be able to do this kind of stuff. It's these kind of plays sprinkled in with, everything else that a player like Gino or a player like Daniel has that makes it so that you become literally unbeatable. What a nice shot. This is just another great play off kickoff, a hook shot inside the net. But Piethawn forced back into his net with 14 boosts. Gino with a dribble. I mean, this just situation has happened too much to get away with it and win. Piethawn, a bounce dribble towards net, is just not dangerous enough. Yeah, he's yet to find his groove, or yet to find the method that he wants to stick to when it comes to a defender waiting in net. But I tell you what, we know he doesn't need to work on his long game, his power shot game, his counterattack game. He definitely has all of that. And you know, Piethawn is in a way a man after my own heart. I've always felt like it's impossible to get it past a defender waiting in net. And all I ever want to do is power shot it before they get back, because it just feels so much easier. Of course, Piethawn does it at, you know, 10 times the level a player like me can do it at. But 6 to 10, 52 seconds left. It's far from over. Piethawn slamming a couple more on net means he's in consideration for this win. This is a great counter from Gino. This is a heads-up play. He's going to give the GGs. He's going to get the forfeit. Nice play from him. Gino handled the kickoff mix-up from Piethawn very well, and that is what secured this game. Piethawn trying to do the delayed kickoff, not a bad idea, but Gino, instead of we should at least look at the ball. Instead of like falling for it and playing into him, he had the counter every time. On this one, he had to chip over somebody.